I'm really excited about this because it's kind of my sort of style and it's really cool moves. So I'm going to start on this great big jug. Left hand goes to the really, really good hold, so that then when I get my heel on, I can roll through. Then the exciting bit, currently I think still on a heel down here, toe hook, right heel comes all the way up here, so like way above your head. Stay on that heel to come all the way to this, and you have to just keep that tension. Then there's a little crimp just next to it, which I've lost, there it is. And then I'm on jugs right after that. Very, very my sort of thing, I'm going to give it a go.
Are you going for a flash attempt?
Oh, let's go for a flash attempt, yeah, why not?
Nice. Nice one. Come on, man. Keep breathing.
I did that quite hard.
Yeah, so solid. Nice.
Happy with that, I'll try it from there in a minute.
Yes, come on.
Okay, so my first go, I got to here and didn't quite know how to get my heel up there. Then I got back on and worked it out. Sam spotted me and those moves kind of felt alright actually. Now I've just spent a few goes just fluffing it. I think for me it's a combination of actually getting the heel there is quite tricky, but then once it's there I just feel slightly nervous about it because it's a slightly awkward position to be in if something slipped.
Yeah.
It's not that high up or anything, I'm just not used to being outdoors. So I can't land anywhere, there's like this sharp thing down here. It's a tricky decision. It's like, oh, should I spend a bit of energy practicing that move a little bit to build more confidence with it? Or should I just try really hard and do it from the start? I'm actually going to just practice that move a couple more times.
Come on, man.
So nearly blew it. I couldn't find a crimp before you used it.
Yes, mate. Nice, man.
I thought I was definitely going to blow it that hard to the top. I just couldn't find what I was supposed to use at all. On to the next one. So just while I'm getting ready for this boulder, I want to say a really big thank you to La Sportiva for supporting this video and my opportunity to rave about the mantras, which, as you can all tell, they're my favourites. I never wear anything but these, really. They are insanely comfortable, like really soft and really sensitive, which I really prefer. But they also have really good heel, really good toe hooks, and with the no edge technology, you can actually get like way to the back of quite sharp holds. They're also really good on overhangs. So yeah, they perform well on everything, and now they're going to perform well on this boulder. Slowly working out the answers I needed.
Yeah.
Mostly how to pull on. But I'm trying to work it out backwards. So I started from the undercut and worked out like, oh, okay, where are my feet when I do that? So those are the laser moves. Actually, from there, I didn't even catch this very well, but that move was all right. The rest of it's fine. So I know I can do that bit, which was slightly needed motivation, because having gone from I'm going to try and flash it to actually I can't pull on, it was a bit demotivating. So to now know that I can do that top section, and it came together pretty easily. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, no. And you know, I was saying on the last one, I was like, oh, the heel hook really insecure is making me quite resistant to just trying it. It's supposed to be V10. Maybe the move is supposed to feel hard. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, makes sense.
But the thing that makes me less sure is that trying to pull on in this position without a toe hook, I haven't managed to do that yet. Which then makes me think, I'm like, if I knew I could hold this position without a toe hook, then I'd just be confidently going for it. The fact that I'm kind of learning, I'm like, no, I don't think I can hold here unless I do have a toe hook. Means, yeah, okay, I'm still looking for something, and that's rubbish. Still have yet to actually just pull on the start holes and just go for this, but I don't want to land on a rock.
Oh, indoor
That
climbers.
hard, yeah. It's dangerous.
That's why people want to see you do it.
I know. Whoa! Yay! There we go.
Yeah, unlocked.
Yeah, that's the way.
Nice.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I know I can do it from that undercut. So, so when I had a brief few minutes there, I'm like, oh no, I don't think I can pull on. I think I can do this still. Now, yeah, okay, I'll be able to do this one, I think.
Nice.
Oh.
Talking about the shift between indoor and outdoor, I think a lot of people would be interested to know what the shift feels like. Is there just like a big mental adaptation that you have to go through?
Probably in total, I think I spend like maybe 10 days on rock per year. if I have a trip or two. Usually I don't, so usually it's less than that. So yeah, okay, main differences in terms of the movements you do, less dynamic for the most part. In terms of the holds you use, sharper and more painful, which is always a surprise. And I think, yeah, that's one I often forget. Indoors, the holds are made by people and they're supposed to feel nice when you use them, and they do. Then you go outdoors and you're like grabbing this, and you're like, this doesn't fit at all. Like, it's the wrong shape. So they're sharper and less comfortable. And then, yeah, I think just with less experience falling and landing on pads, a lot of the time, like we did on that last board, I'm sometimes just limited. Like, I want to try hard, but I also am thinking a lot about what the landing might be like. Yeah. So, I'm more scared.
Yeah.
But all of that gets better with just more time climbing outdoors. And I am quite happy that, yeah, okay, okay, you know how I was saying, like, climbers quite often, like, devalue their achievements. Like, I did the 8A and I was like, yeah, but I should have flashed it, and, but I did it badly, and blah, blah, blah. Now I'm thinking about it going like, if young Louis knew that older Louis in the future was going to be going out and doing, like, double-digit boulders and having expectation of doing them quickly, young Louis would be like, whoa, my gosh, we're doing so well, that's awesome.
Outdoors too.
Outdoors as well, yeah. So that is what's quite nice, is that although I don't feel very confident climbing outdoors, and it definitely feels like it's outside of my comfort zone, I maintain a decent enough level of strength. So much as I hate it, I'm gonna call it on this one. I think I could do it, and actually that's what often traps me in this situation for ages. I'm really optimistic, but then as you can see on the last 2 attempts, once I start like doubting myself a little bit, then I start getting frustrated, then I start making negative progress, then I get more frustrated. But I'm at least nowadays aware that I think, losing patience and getting annoyed about it is what means I end up not doing it, and then I end up rushing my attempts, and then I end up running out of skin, and I get really tired. So now I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna not do that. I'm gonna come back and do it next time instead. That'd be nice. Already done one boulder. I think I also know from my time climbing that the main thing that gets me is choosing to walk away when I know I could do it. Feels like giving up and feels like I'm leaving empty-handed. But I also know from my own experience that if I did do this one, then I'd start trying the harder one, and then I'd eventually walk away from that one, still with that same empty-handed feeling. So I now know I'm like, whatever I do, I'm going to end up feeling slightly dissatisfied, because I'm just like that sometimes. So I can just call it and walk away, knowing that I'm going to feel that way anyway. So yeah, I'm going to leave it on this one. I'll come back to it next time. It's also that,
Conditions,
I'm desperately hiding. I don't do well in the sun. That's our video for today. For all of you who are in the comments saying we want more outdoor climbing, ta-da, we're doing it. So leave more comments. Tell us more what you want to see. If you want to see more outdoor climbing, more competition stuff, like, subscribe. That really supports us and helps us make more videos. And if you want training plans for myself and Neil Gresham, click the join button. You can find out all about it. See you next time, folks.